Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Castle Story! I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly excited to be back with my little BRICKTRONS, who are currently having an interesting time. There's currently 7 CORRUPTRONS there. There's currently one big one right there. And suffice to say, I'm a little bit worried about that, to be honest. A little bit concerned about, you know, any potential dangers that might come up here. What resources are we currently missing for this? I assume we need iron for this right here. Because we do have some fiber, we don't actually have... Oh, we don't have any room to store iron at the moment, which is kind of interesting. So we actually need more stockpiles right now. So, oh, what was up with that frame rate drop there? So let's go ahead and get a couple more stockpiles on the go. Just like so. So get the stockpiles just along there. We'll get those built ASAP, and that'll hopefully get us some stuff going on there with the actual iron production. It looks like we are maybe going to see... Oh no, you're going over there to keep the iron production going. Fair enough. Well, that's totally fine by me. Not too worried about that. No storage available for whatever's going on there. We'll get that done. Let's go ahead and increase the priority on the construction job there so we get that done super quickly. I will admit, I am really worried about the fact that there's so many CORRUPTRONS over here. That's kind of scary. The good news, though, I suppose, is we can actually go ahead and say, hey, let's get another BRICKTRON over here. So we'll get that little guy in here. And we can certainly hope for the best, I suppose. Got a couple more of those going on. Am I hearing combat? Oh, I am hearing combat. Okay. I don't think we need to worry. Because for the most part, we have the archer, we have the sentinel, and we have my knight over here doing his thing. Yeah, these guys are just getting destroyed over here. So that is totally fine by me. I don't think we have anything we really urgently need to worry about here. It's going to be especially good when we get these other sentinel pylons up and running, or sentinel wards, I believe they're called, but I'll refer to them as pylons, because why not? They are officially called sentinel wards, though. But it's going to be good when we get those up and running as well. It would also be especially nice if we could start, you know, getting this done over here, but we'll not worry too much about that. So what is currently being done there? Are they taking those trees down, or what are they doing? Or they're just holding the stuff at the moment, aren't they? Pretty sure that's what's going on. Fair enough. That's not too much of a big deal. Are we done with the construction task there? I think we might be. Yeah, construction task is not completely done. It's automatically gotten out of there. I think that is... What is the construction task we have here, then? Oh, this one. We don't have the resources, though. Fair enough. I mean, I'm not too worried about that. We'll get that done eventually. This construction task, I think that's 2 of the same, isn't it? Can I, like, delete the task from here? I don't think I can. Oh, no, this construction task... I don't know what that is. Can I just say, you know, delete that task? Then this one, I don't know what this No, this construction task will be the one over here, won't it? So that's fair enough. This little guy's bringing down, what, 4 iron ingots by the looks of it? Yeah, that looks like 4 iron ingots. So we might see some pretty good progress on the wards done this way, which will be absolutely beautiful, because I'd really like to get these sentinels up and running. I would like to get another one over here as well. I think I will throw in another sentinel pylon just over this way. Sorry, sentinel ward just over this way. I mean, honestly, I'd like to put them even closer together so we can get, you know, loads more of them in here, but we'll do that for the time being. And we can hope for the best, I suppose. I think that's just going to be the way things are for the time being. Looking over here, this still hasn't been done. I don't know what the resource is that they want. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I have to assume it is going to be iron. I would imagine it's going to be iron, right? That would make sense to me. I guess they are just sort of prioritizing the quarry at the moment, which is fine. I mean, that's getting us a lot of good resources over here, so I'm not too worried. We have a lot of stone lying around, which makes me really happy, because it means that we're going to potentially get ourselves in a spot where we can build a nice little bit of protection for the base. In fact, what I could even do is build little towers around the crystals. And that way we would be able to really nicely protect those. I'm pretty sure there's no way to like build any vertical. There's no way to go up a tower without stone stairs though. So we'd need to build something kind of sizable, really. Oh, hello. What's going on over this way? Oh, hello. We've actually got something interesting going on over there. Can I get you guys to maybe head over that way? I don't know if you're going to desperately need to, but I'd like you to go that way anyway, just to be safe. Yeah, there's a big dude coming around there. Oh, this is going to be one heck of an attack we got coming in. A little bit worried about this. This guy's quite... Oh, he's not that tough, actually. Yeah, he's done. That's the big dude. I kind of want to go break him, if I'm honest. So I want these guys to go attack this guy. That's the goal here. Actually, he's been aggroed, so if we go and stand back here, he's going to come to us. I think this one might as well. Yeah, so they're going to come to us, which is fine. Because we can do damage at range. Oh, they are tough, actually. They are really tough. They can knock us back. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Come on. If we can kill one of them, we're fine. Get out of there, little buddy. Get out of there, little buddy. Get out of there, little buddy. Come on. Run, Delta. Just kite them, Delta. You're fine. You're all right, Delta. Just run. Just run. Just run. Just run. Just run, Delta. You're all right, little buddy. We're going to lose some of those, we're going to lose those wards, which is really worrying. You're all right, Delta. Just keep kiting them. Oh, no, I don't. It's too risky. I don't mind losing the wards as long as Delta lives. That's all I'm concerned about. Delta! No! Not Delta! Oh, little Delta! Oh, no! He was our best fighter! He was our only fighter. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We're in a bit of a tricky spot right now. Oh, these are up and running, though, which is really good news. I'm concerned about Delta, if I'm honest. Not quite sure what this is going to mean. I think we do need to get some healing pylons in here as well, healing wards. So maybe let me throw one, like, there. And let me throw another one, say, there. Just so we have some healing spots near the front line there. Have we got anyone working on the armor yet? No. I guess a lot of the iron is going into, a lot of the iron is going into the wards at the moment. And that's fine. It's just we really, really need to get them up and running. And they really, really, really need to be high priority. So let me put, like, construction as high priority. Oh, what have I done? No, don't want that. Let me set construction to be high priority so that they can maybe get that done ASAP. What resource are we missing there? I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know what we're missing. I really, really hope we can get this up and running soon, though. I also think this thing's very nearly destroyed. Can I get, like, a repair task on this, by chance? Like, is that a thing I can do if I just extend it like that and say repair? Doesn't really look like it, does it? So maybe we can't repair those. We can only repair towers or something. I don't know. I'm really not sure. What are you guys up to? So you're all heading back for resources. We don't actually have brimstone currently, which is going to be really, really holding us back. There is some brimstone down there. There is some brimstone there, and there's some brimstone there. So what I'm thinking is we'll put in a quick little task to go and gather this brimstone. So just move that to there, say that it's done, and I want to set that to be really, really high priority. So they're all gonna go and get that brimstone. It's risky, but it's really all we can do. Because the quarry is, I believe, done. Now we could, if we wanted to, go and edit the quarry, I think, to make it go lower. I think. Yeah, so the quarry, actually, we can just go much, much lower with the quarry if we want to, which I absolutely will do. So we'll go much lower with the quarry. It's already high priority, so that's going to get us some brimstone. But, oh, there's some there as well that I didn't spot. Good lord. Let me gather that too. So that we can make sure to get as much of the brimstone as possible. So do that and set it to high priority as well. We are getting quite a bit of brimstone from down here because all of them are currently working on grabbing that. At least, no, not all of them, sorry, but 8 of them are currently working on grabbing that. 3 of them currently working in the quarry. This can probably be cleared because we don't have anything there anymore. This can be cleared as well. I'm not too worried about that. I want to just try and keep my tasks as neat as possible. And at the moment, a lot of my tasks are construction-based tasks because we're trying to get the wards built up over here. It is a very messy-looking space, but it's important that we get this done as soon as we can. Oh, we've got this up as well. Beautiful. Yeah, getting all of that brimstone's really going to make it much, much easier to, you know, get these up and running, get this all defended, etc., etc. We really do need to get some... Actually, the reason we don't have iron is because we didn't have brimstone. It's actually that simple. So here's hoping we can do some good stuff. This little guy here is actually in a pretty rough spot for defending himself, which has me really concerned. Like, really, really concerned, because he's not got full health either. So I really hope we can do some good stuff there. I'm going to lower the priority on the quarry, I think. So that they will do that eventually, but they'll do sort of everything else first. I think that's going to be for the best. I'm also thinking I will put in a quick order to harvest the plants back here. Because once those are harvested, I'd like to extend my stockpiles back into that corner, basically. Oh, that is working though. That's beautiful. So we should see some progress on the wards pretty soon. I hope. Man, I really do hope. I want to see... we need another knight. That's the thing. We need another dude in armor. Because the archers are good, but they aren't the people I want to be kiting and tanking the tough corruptrons. That's absolutely not what we want to be doing. So, we really, really need to be looking after our little guys here. Oh, here comes one with some iron, which is beautiful news. I'd love to be able to see where you're going, little buddy, because if you're going to this, that's perfect. This will get back up and working. If you're going to this, that's not going to work, and if you're going to this, it's probably not going to work either. But you are going to that one. Thank you, little fella. Oh, that's beautiful. What was it? What's your name? What's your name, little one? Simply. Well, you are simply the best. Better than all the rest. I was part of my brain for a second there was like, do I want to try and belt out the whole "you're simply the best" thing? I didn't really want to. That wasn't me belting it, by the way. That was me like pretend. You get what I mean. You get where I was going with that. Point is, I decided not to. Even though it sort of looked like I decided to do just that. Hey, look, shush. All right, enough of the smart comments. All right. So we actually have quite a bit of brimstone back here, and I love that it glows. That's really pretty. That really is pretty. I love the shadows and stuff. This game is just really pretty. It really is. So you guys are getting the last of that brimstone, which is fine. It is just iron at this point, and it looks to me like you're going for the healing thing. Please go for the healing thing. That would be perfect. Oh, that would be so... You are as well, aren't you? There we go. This little dude here is going to get healed. That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Okay, so the defensive wall of wards is actually almost done at this point, which is brilliant news. We have, for some reason, got some resources lying around back here. I guess... Oh, the storage is full. That's why. Alright, we are actually going to need to just go ahead and get more stockpiles. Honestly, if we started building things, we could probably, you know, free up some space. But I don't know what to build. I'm really not sure what to build. I guess we could go for like, let's go for something like a little gatehouse here or something like that. So something like, let's begin by clearing off some land here. So we'll do this sort of thing. We'll clear off some land. I wish I could click and drag to do this, but I have to individually click on each tile that I want to clear out. Which I guess is fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. I do want to clear out some bits there. Just like that. So how far down does that go? It goes a little bit further. That's fine. So to there and to there. I want to clear out those bits underneath as well. But I just want to try and clear out, you know, a decent little bit of space so we can get like a little gatehouse thing going here. So what I'll do is we'll try and put a tower on this side, and we'll try and put a tower on this side as well. And I am going to just dig out foundations. I know a lot of this land here has been flattened. That's what a lot of this is going to do. This is going to flatten the land. But I want to just dig out foundations as well so I can put some proper stuff down. The gatehouse doesn't need to be too huge or anything. So it's going to have a depth of 4 here, so it's like a wall that we can walk across. Then with the sort of 2 tower things on either side, so we can put some wards up there, we can put some archers up there. It's just going to protect this end of things and keep things a little safer at this particular point of the base. That's my plan anyway. So that's going to be blocked off like that. That's sort of going to be the shape of it. Over here already has a tower, so I'm not too worried about that. We never get attacked from there anyway. Over here, we'll do similar in a little bit. But for the time being, that's all I'm going to want those guys to go ahead and do in terms of construction. And they are going to just drop everything and go straight to doing that as well, which is kind of fun. I'm going to clear this order here, I think, as well. So delete that order, and I do want them to go ahead and start putting in some stockpiles, because we don't have storage, and I don't like things lying about everywhere. So what we'll do is this sort of thing here, just to sort of keep up the pattern that we've had. Then we'll do this kind of thing, and this kind of thing as well. Just kind of like that, just to get a bit more storage in there, really. So go ahead and confirm that. Hopefully some of them will get working on it. The land is being cleared out really nicely over here. This little gent might be... No, he's not stuck. He's fine. Alright, so once that's all done, we can go ahead and actually start, you know, getting more of the construction work actually done. I want the land cleared. I want to put in a solid foundation. And then we're gonna be golden. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how that goes. I'm really not a fan though of the fact that there's so many resources just lying around right now. Not too keen on that. But once we get the gatehouse under construction, a lot of that's just stone at the moment coming out of the quarry. So pretty soon we'll be in a good spot to deal with a lot of that. In fact, let's go ahead and say that the construction task here to clear that out can take high priority. And the construction task, I mean, what? So I'm going to just say that all construction tasks have high priority right now. And then maybe the quarry's still on low priority, which is a bit weird. Let me turn off the quarry completely for a moment, so that we'll focus on getting things constructed rather than adding more resources at the moment, because I really don't think we need more resources. We have already got quite a few of them, so I don't think it's going to be necessary, if I'm honest, to add more resources to the stockpiles right now. So yeah, eventually people will, they'll stop going into the quarries and they'll focus on all of our stockpiles, which are already filling up, of course, because we just have so many resources. It's not the worst complaint in the world to have, to be honest. I mean, if we're really thinking about it, it's not a bad complaint at all to have, you know, loads of resources or anything, but it's a bad thing to have the quarries be so the stockpile so full that we can't store anything else. That's really not what we want. So this here is empty, so we can delete that order. This right here is about to be finished, so I think we're about to complete our construction orders. I think this one's done as well, technically, which is beautiful news. So that's now done. That's a construction order freed up. I don't know what this one is, which is a bit weird. I wonder if that's counted in it. But right there, we have a pretty good line of defenses. I'm going to clear that out because I don't know what that is. So now this construction order is taking priority, which is exactly what we want. All right. This is good right here. This is very good. We've got them all working on that stuff. We don't have too many tasks for them right now either. So we're going to see a little bit of the terrain here get pulled away, which is fine. Because we're going to make this, like I said, we're going to make it look good. Just going to take a little bit of time, because technically everything we're digging has to go into storage as well. So really the way I see it, we might just need to add more storage somewhere. Like, we really, really just need more stockpiles. Or we need to start construction. Either one, really. But I don't know. I'm feeling it's the stockpiles that we really need more of. We could add a bunch of them over here, I suppose. And I guess that wouldn't really do any harm because this is a pretty well-defended location when you think about it. So let's do that and that and that. And we'll sort of do some rows like this. I like leaving the gaps between them. I know that's not really efficient. I know I don't need to do that. But I kind of like doing that, to be honest. So we'll bring these together a bit and see if we can get them to line up at all. No, they don't line up in the slightest. That's a shame. All right. Well, what we'll do is this kind of thing. So like that. We'll leave a gap there, and then we'll continue this across. So that we actually have just this interesting pattern of stockpiles, which is apparently a thing we need. I don't know. I don't think it is a thing we need. Let's just, you know, have a bit of fun with the way we're laying out our stockpiles. There we go. So bring this across to here. And then this one doesn't need to go the whole way across because it would be blocking things there. But what we'll do is like, you know, go, oh, no. Go to about there, perhaps. So that looks fine to me. I like the idea of maybe bringing some stockpiles through here a little bit further. Just kind of like that. And yeah, that'll do. So that right there, bunch of new stockpiles. Which is hopefully going to, you know, help us to do some good stuff. Is that done? Oh, look at this. They did it. All right. All right. Quite pleased with that indeed. Let me just tear out that block there. And let me tear out those blocks as well. And I think that's all I need to tear out of there, really. Looking over at this side, that one needs to go, that one needs to go. That one probably needs to go, that goes, and that goes. But other than that, we are... Actually, those don't need to go down there. It's just those ones right now. So we'll get those blocks out of there, and then we can start construction. Because I just want the foundation to look cool. If the inside of the building ends up being dirt, then the inside of the building is going to end up being dirt. So we'll see what happens here. We have one last little bit to go. And there we go. All right, so let's start the actual construction. So actual construction, we're going to start there, and we're going to come back a little bit. Actually, that's not quite right. Stop that for a second. So I want to make sure I'm doing this properly. So there, and then we need to do single little blocks coming up like this. And that's fine. So do that for a second, do that, and that. Alright, I want this to look as good as possible. It's gonna be a bit of a weird size, though, if I don't do this right. So I think I'm gonna have to leave some kind of gap around it. We'll do it like that. So that's gonna come back to there, then across like this. I will clear up some space for an actual entrance in a moment. But I just gotta make sure I do this all properly. So that's fine. That's going to come down this way a bit. That's going to need some foundation. That's okay as well. Comes down to this line. Alright, so it goes to there and across. Alright. Then we put this in there. That on top. And a little block underneath. We can actually get rid of that and put a double in there. Like that. Put a little single block there. And that comes back. Alright. So then this line here would go straight across, I think. Yeah, that's actually perfect. So that just goes across like this. It would be really nice to maybe clear those bits out. I don't know if that's going to be possible. So we'll not worry too much about it. Just bring this straight across like so and line it up there. So that is our gatehouse. That is 3 across in there. That's 3 across in there. So the actual entrance for this thing is going to be slightly tricky because there's not necessarily a defined middle point. So what I think I'd like to do is take those bits out for a second and take those bits out for a second. And I'd like to get something like, let's see, if that's a single midpoint there, that's going to be really tricky to work with. So what we'll do is put that back, go up one, and we're going to do, we could actually put proper doors on this, but I think we'll just go with arches. So we're going to put an arch there and there, so they can run straight through from that side. Then we need to do similar here, kind of like that. So an arch there and there. So again, they can run through from the sides, which is going to be really important. As for the midpoint, I'm pretty sure this right here is our midpoint. I don't know. How many units across is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 7 and 7 would be 14, 1 would be 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's our midpoint. So what we want to do is build our doors around that. So like that, basically, is what we're going to do. We're going to have 2 doors in the middle. And that's fine. So this all needs to be cleared out as well. And what we do is this, and this, and this. So yeah, we're going to have 2 archways, or 2 doors. We can actually put doors in here, that's the thing. And I really like that that's an option for us to do. So what I'm going to do is actually clear out some of the foundations there. Just completely. Because I think I will try and put like a stone floor in here to make this proper. So all of that foundation needs to go. All of that dirt needs to go. And we're going to have the archways and the sides, but the actual entrances, I want them to be doors. So we'll see how that goes. Because I'm assuming I'm probably going to need some kind of flat foundation for the doors to work on. And even if I don't, it's at least going to look good. So we've got that going for us. So clear out all of that. Clear out, that bit doesn't actually need to be cleared. That bit right there, we can actually go ahead and fill in. So I'm going to use a bunch of single tiles for the floors. Just because it's easier than trying to use the longer tiles. So we'll do that right there. There are bits at the front that are going to need to be worked on. But we can't actually put the arches in, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to build up higher than those 2 blocks because the what are they called? The BRICKTRONS. That's their name. They'll have a little bit of trouble doing that. But I want to look and see because we go to structures and we go to door. So a door is actually possible to just put it in the dirt, but it's quite tall as well, which is interesting. But yeah, we'll say 10-4. Go ahead and do that. Let them get to work. They're going to start using a lot of the stone that we have, which is actually really good. We want them to start using that stone. So, yeah. Construction begins, basically. We're going to hopefully see some pretty good stuff here. Assuming they're actually able to do it. There we go. They do. I love that they all go to one location and then they get really disappointed when someone else gets there first. There we go. So we got little bits and pieces going in. It's going to take some time for that to be done, but if we have a look, I mean, we've got our defensive line. Do we have... We do. Okay. Let me go ahead and queue up another knight kit, and let me queue up another archer kit. And we have a knight here. We have... Wait, Delta? Delta's alive! Oh, that's a thing, isn't it? Like their spirit goes back or something? Oh, I wonder if it's like, did we have like a spirit available or something that maybe like Delta got reborn? I don't remember how that works at all. So I'm slightly confused. Can I get this little dude to go and be a knight as well? So that's... I'm going to just refer to you as Yubnub. Basically. Because I'm not going to try and pronounce your name. So, little Yubnub there can go down and be a knight with... Mullerfurt Corner there. Oh wow, I didn't realize they were doing this as well. I totally forgot about that, actually. Fair enough. No resources. We don't actually have wood. Good lord, I totally forgot that we actually would need, you know, wood for some of the stuff we're doing. So let's just go ahead and say that, like, they can mine out all of that at some point. And that'll get them some wood, which will be for the best. This over here is actually coming along quite nicely. They're mining out the floors, which is beautiful to see. All right, we're gonna get a proper little gatehouse here. I'm really excited about this, actually. I also kind of like the idea that they're gonna maybe prioritize the construction. So set construction to be like high priority or something. Hold on, what's this one? Oh, that's construction of the, yeah, that's probably high priority as well. That's fair. The stockpiles do need to be finished. So, we'll let them go ahead and do that, and then when that's done, we'll get a lot of people on the construction task for the gatehouse there. Which is totally fine by me. But that's some pretty cool looking storage space, to be honest. I mean, I have to admit, it's definitely something. There we go, we got a couple more to go in. And, then it's gonna be job done. Oh man, I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased that we're actually getting some stuff done here. We haven't made any advances, admittedly, on the other crystals, and I would like to do that at some point. But I think what I'm gonna do is just get myself together like a nice little army of some sort, and then we'll go to town. Let's go ahead and queue 8 iron ingots. And you know what I also kind of want to do? I kind of like the idea of getting another furnace right next to that one. And maybe also another little workbench over here. So something kind of like that. We'll get like a little workbench corner there. We could throw some weapon racks just back there. And we can, once that's all done, we can queue up more ingots. We can queue up more gear. And we're going to be sorted. We're going to have a good time, basically. So that's not done, and then that bit needs to be done as well. And then I think that construction task is completed, right? Yeah. So that construction task is not done. So this one's going to take top priority, which is totally fine by me. Not too worried about that. Interesting that they're putting the floor in down here. I guess that kind of makes sense. Oh man, I love the little jump as well. Like, look at this little guy with his little... There he goes. Just a little hop. There he goes. Oh, he's adorable and he knows it. He knows he's adorable. Just look at him. That little face. He's like, yep, I'm adorable. Just letting everybody know how adorable I am. That's what he's doing. You know, I'll be honest, we don't have as much brimstone as I'd like right now. That is something I'm kind of noticing, that we have a fair bit, but we have a lot of stone. Like, stone really is where it's at the moment. I'm also realizing that BRICKTRONS have, I've not seen any of them for a while. Like, we can see this perfectly fine. We can see this perfectly fine. I'm just not seeing the BRICKTRONS. Which worries me. So what I'm thinking I might do is I want to go ahead and start trying to take this. So I'm going to put a capture ward just right next to that. All right. And then what I want to do is I want to put a sentinel there. And I'm going to try and surround this with sentinels, basically. So just sort of like this. We don't really need one on that side, but we'll get one regardless. So something kind of like that. Maybe. Or maybe a bit closer. Maybe we come in a bit closer with the sentinels. So like that, like that, like that, that. That one's a little bit far out. That. And that. That one can go a little bit further out there. So something kind of like that. So it's really nicely surrounded by sentinels. And that's going to be really difficult to take, basically, is my thinking. I can also just go ahead and throw like a normal pylon there if I wanted to. Which, I mean, I kind of want to. Let me throw a pylon there. And then let me, you know, connect those up a little bit. So something like that, basically. So yeah, we'll see about getting that done. That's not going to be a high priority construction task at the moment, because they are working on this. Have they dug out all the floor? They actually have. Which is really impressive. Did not expect that to be done so quickly. Alright, can I, like, edit the construction task? I can. They still need to dig out some bits of floor currently. But I want those bits gone as well. Just so, you know, they're aware. And I guess what I can also do is go ahead and start throwing in the rest of the bricks for the floor as well. So something kind of like this just the whole way along. This is going to consume so much stone, but I'm actually kind of okay with it. I also forgot I can actually click and drag when I'm placing materials, which is just the best thing. So much easier. I'd love to be able to click and drag when removing materials, but alas, it is not to be currently. Alright, that is pretty cool. So let's confirm that. Let's get them to work on the floor. Oh, that lag spike. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're alright. There we go. We got out the other side of it. Alright, so we'll get them to work on the floor. We'll get them to work on removing some of the materials here and there. They're actually probably going to have trouble getting to these little pillars in the middle, if we're being honest. But we'll make that work at some point. Not really sure how I will make that work, but, you know, I'll make it work, probably. We'll figure it out. Can I actually go and say that this is going to be higher priority? I want to see this. So that is that task, right? So let me go set that to be like super high priority. Because I want to try and get that work done ASAP as well. Also, we do have room to get another BRICKTRON, which I absolutely will do. There we go. So we'll get this little dude. That is George. Because, you know, why not? I'm gonna call him George, because it's nice and simple. We get this little guy as well, working on the archer stuff. We actually have room to go and get another... We have room to go and get another knight, so I think I will do that. So, Wob, over here, is now a knight, which is pretty darn cool if I do say so myself. And I'll throw him over here for the time being. So we're slowly putting together a little army, which I like. This little dude's dedicated to his work. I don't know what he's going to build first. Probably the pylon. Yep. Fair enough. Not the worst thing in the world. Gonna get another archer in a moment as well, which is gonna be super, super nice. We actually have the archer gear already. Not bad. Let me go ahead and queue up a knight kit and queue up an archer kit. Queue up a knight kit and an archer kit. And let's get ourselves... You, little fella, George, are going to go and be an archer. If you wouldn't mind, fella. So off you go to do your thing. We're going to queue up 8, if I can. Oh, no, I don't want you to grab production. Deselect him and then queue up 8 ingots. Queue up 8 ingots. That log, he doesn't care. It's like, I'm an archer now. Don't need to carry this. Off it goes. Go throw him over there and that'll be fine. Alright, not bad. Look at this coming together as well! I'm so excited, man. I really am. Let me go ahead and queue up a knight kit and another archer kit. Just so we can get them done, really. At this point, I just want to, you know, I want to get some good production going. We've got 15. We have 15 BRICKTRONs. Quite a few of those are currently armed, but that's fine. I haven't seen any Corruptrons in a while, so I'm not too worried if they're armed or not. That's, I don't think that's necessary. I have as many armed as I have, but I mean, we've still got a lot of tasks though, and I think this is like 3 just generally active workers who aren't working on this at the moment. So that's fine. I don't think I've got anything to be too concerned about here. We got good production going. We got good resource gathering going. So yeah, I'm kind of pleased with the progress that's being made. So ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I'd say we're doing some pretty good stuff. I'd say progress is going along really nicely. So with that in mind, thank you kindly for watching. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!